Let me ask you, either of you, how big is the wall? We hear about this wall. We know it's a point of contention. In our own country here, there is talk, and they're building a wall between the United States and Mexico. And a lot of people use that analogy. They talk about the wall that's dividing the Palestinians and the Israelis, and they talk about the wall on our southern border. Tell us about how long has the wall been being built in Israel? How big is the wall? How long is the wall? How many Palestinians are affected by the wall?
The wall in the West Bank, the length of the wall is almost 600 kilometers. Where is the length of the wall, the green line, is 350 kilometers, which is double. The length of the wall is double of the green line.
So the wall does not go straight across the border, the green line. The wall is basically
zigzag,
picking off the good territory.
And eat more and more Palestinian, and they give this land to increase the settlement. And the length of it, the height of it is 8 kilometers. And and for us, we don't want to see any border or any wall between the people, between us and the Israeli people. But if they decide to build a wall between us and them, it's supposed to be in the green line, not in the border. You speak about the wall between Mexico and America. It's supposed to be in the border. It's not inside the Mexican land. And it's not acceptable to see walls, but we are not looking to see walls.
Now, the wall itself is not a straight line. The wall goes in whatever direction the Israelis decide. And I've heard a lot of stories that a number of agricultural lands have been kind of annexed on the Israeli side of the new wall. That a number of groves of olive trees have been cut down. To me, and the impression that some people in this country get is that the Israeli wall is not so much to keep out Palestinians for security purposes, but to annex land and to dismember, to disable, to sabotage the Palestinian economy. What would you say to that?
Yeah, it's completely true, because if you hundreds of thousands of olive trees will be uprooted, and thousands of Palestinians will be surrounded by this wall, and they will live in ghettos or semi-ghettos. As the statistics of the Israeli human rights, 250,000 Palestinians will be circled by this wall, and they will live in ghetto, complete ghetto. There is no access. They cannot get out or enter to their areas. And also this land, which will be annexed from the wall, all of this land is agricultural land. Thousands of hundreds of olive trees will be uprooted and will be taken. And this olive trees on this agricultural land is the source of life that the people depend in their life, because there is no work, the situation is very bad in Palestine. The level of poor is more than 80%. So this is the thing that the Palestinians depend on it, the agricultural land, and will be taken from the wall.
Now let me ask, and I don't have a map here, but Faryal, is Hebron near the wall too?
In the Hebron, it's different. Because the settlers inside of the old city, and inside there are many, very big numbers from Palestinians families, and thousands from Palestinians people around them. And they make all of the thousands from Palestinians, they make them suffering from their treatment, and while they threw stones at them, and the checkpoints also at every entrance in the old city. In Tal Rumaida here near my house, there's the blocks stopped our cars to be near my house. Also, they about 300 meters. It's far away from my house. We must walk and carry the heavy things, and every time to when we want anything to reach the house, our house.
In the footage that you are showing, you have a movie about your town of Bil'in, and you also have footage about what's going on in Hebron. My understanding is there are pictures of Palestinian children being stoned by Israeli children. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The settlers always they send their children under 12 years because there's there's no any law be allowed to present them or to treat any against them. Then everything they want to do, they send their kids.
So they send the children to do the dirty
Yes.
work of discrimination.
Yes.
Well, you know, one of the things that has always interested me and that we have tried to share with people as often as possible is that while in this country, in the United States, we don't really know about opposition within Israel to the treatment on the part of the Israeli government toward the Palestinians, there are a number of Israelis who are for peace and are for harmony and getting along with the Palestinians. Could you tell us a little bit about who these people are? What are the parties or the people within Israel who you find to be allies for your cause to reclaim your homeland?
We are welcoming anyone come to our village as a visitor or anyone come as a supporter. But we will resist anyone come to our village as an occupier. So if these Israelis come as occupier, as the soldier who came as part of the occupation, so we are against them. We are against these soldiers, not because they are Jewish or because they are black or they are white. We are against them because they are part of the occupation. We are against the settlers because they are part of the occupation. But together with these Israelis who work with us, hand by hand, that they show that they not only speak about peace, but they start to work for the peace. These groups, like Anarchists Against the Wall, like Yesh Din, like Mahsum Watch, and like another Rabbanis for Human Rights, Break the Silent, and a lot of Israeli organizations. Peace Now. It's until now they are small in the numbers, but they are good in their work.
You know, we've also heard about a number of Israeli military people refusing to participate. Is that something that you hear about on the Palestinian side? Is it something that the Palestinian people know that there are people in Israel, both in the military and not, who are opposed to the occupation?
Some people in Israel, they know that there's wrong here, something wrong from the settlers and from sometimes the soldiers. And one of them, he was in the army, in Israeli army, and he know and see how the Israeli soldiers treat the Palestinians through the checkpoints, and when they attack them in their houses without any cause, then they didn't agree at all of what happened from them. Then they left to be a soldier in the Israeli army and make some pictures, exhibitions about the pictures which the Palestinian suffering from the soldiers and from the settlers, and they left the army.